In the early hours of a Roman dawn, as the first rays of sunlight filtered through the marble pillars of his chamber, Marcus Aurelius sat in silence. In one hand, his pen hovered above a wax tablet, his other rested on his knee, fingers tracing the worn grooves of the wood grain. His lips moved softly, as if reciting a mantra. What he wrote that morning was not just for himself, but for humanity, a quiet whisper across centuries. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. These words weren't written to impress, nor to preach. They were reminders, a private code, etched daily to anchor a restless mind in a turbulent world. This is where the power of Stoicism begins, in the small, deliberate habits practiced not for glory but for inner clarity. Could it be that the keys to enhancing your life don't lie in grand gestures, but in these unassuming rituals? Today, we step into the ancient world of Stoicism to uncover the daily habits that have the power to reshape your existence. Imagine a world buzzing with distractions, merchants shouting in crowded forums, gladiators training in the arena, the hum of politics filling the Senate halls. This was the Rome of Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, a world not unlike our own, teeming with chaos. Yet these men walked through their lives with a peculiar calm, as though untouched by the noise around them. What was their secret? It was not a shield against life's challenges, but an intimate understanding of how to face them. Every day began with deliberate action, an acknowledgement of what could and could not be controlled. The Stoics believed that mastery over the self was far greater than mastery over others. For them, life wasn't a battlefield of external conquests, but an arena of inner transformation. And the doorway to this transformation? Daily habits, rituals designed to hone the mind, temper emotions, and strengthen the spirit. As dawn breaks, imagine standing at the edge of a vast, unpredictable ocean. Each wave crashing against the shore is a moment you'll face throughout the day, some calm, others turbulent. The Stoics approached every morning like sailors preparing their ship for the unknown. Before facing the chaos of life, they fortified their minds with reflection. Marcus Aurelius called it preparatio malorum, the rehearsal of adversity. He would sit quietly, close his eyes, and envision the day ahead. The rude remarks of a stranger, the betrayal of a friend, the sting of failure, it was all rehearsed in his mind. Not as a source of anxiety, but as armor, a way to strip these events of their power to surprise or harm him. In a world where we're constantly rushing to check notifications, imagine taking just 5 minutes each morning to mentally walk through your day. You don't anticipate perfection. Instead, you prepare for reality. This habit, subtle yet profound, shifts the way you experience the world. Midday in the Roman Empire was a frenzy of activity, much like our own. The Stoics understood that life's rhythm often pulls us into its tide. But here lies their brilliance. They knew when to step back. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, practiced a habit that seems radical even by today's standards: detachment. He taught that freedom comes from within, not from possessions or circumstances. You are not disturbed by events, he wrote, but by your opinion of events. Throughout the day, he would pause to ask himself, is this within my control? If the answer was no, he would release it, as though letting sand fall through his fingers. This habit wasn't resignation, it was liberation. By surrendering what he couldn't change, Epictetus gained clarity to focus on what he could. Imagine applying this discipline in your daily life. A delayed flight, a harsh email, or a sudden rejection, they lose their sting when you recognize that their power lies only in your reaction to them. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the Stoics turned inward once more. Seneca, a man surrounded by wealth and power, ended each day with a habit that kept him grounded: reflection. By the light of an oil lamp, he would review his actions, asking, "What have I done today? What have I left undone?" How have I lived? But this wasn't an exercise in self-criticism. It was a moment of gratitude. He acknowledged his successes, no matter how small, and used his missteps as lessons for tomorrow. Gratitude, for the Stoics, was a daily ritual, not reserved for grand achievements but for life's simple moments. A warm meal, a meaningful conversation, the breath that sustained them through the day. In their eyes, life was not owed but gifted. What if you ended your day this way? Not with scrolling or endless distractions, but with a quiet moment of gratitude. It's not about perfection. It's about progress, a commitment to greet tomorrow with a little more wisdom than today. 2,000 years later, the habits of the Stoics still whisper their truths to us. They remind us that strength doesn't come from conquering the world, but from mastering ourselves. In a world obsessed with instant results, their practices are a call to patience, a testament to the power of steady, deliberate action. So, what will you take from their legacy? The morning reflection that arms you against life's chaos? The discipline of detachment that frees your mind? The gratitude that softens the edges of each day? These are not relics of a bygone era. They are tools as relevant today as they were in ancient Rome. The question is, will you use them? If this journey into Stoic habits resonated with you, let's continue exploring the wisdom of the ancients. Like, share, and subscribe for more insights that can transform your everyday life. Let the habits of the Stoics guide you, one deliberate moment at a time.